What's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to another episode of Welcome to Elk. On the last episode, we got relatively shit-faced, and we ended up puking all the way home, which was not so lovely. But we got to meet some of the residents here. Where do we have to go home? Okay. We got to meet some residents and their little quirky stories, especially Anders, the guy that lives in the cave. And because he thinks we're all dead, like some sort of lost episode, and this island is the afterlife. It's quite interesting, a cool perspective on things, I guess, if you want to call it that. And then we got to meet Beth as well, this woman that has some sort of arrangement with the local fishermen and the little kids. There's still a lot more people to meet, there's still a lot more adventures to go on, so I think we're just gonna call it a day for now, and then tomorrow we'll set us up for adventure. I'm exhausted now. Oh wow, I thought the snow looked harmless, but this storm is really picking up. Luckily I'm indoors and all dry and warm. Good night, Frigg. Oh, we're on the boat again. Ready? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at Jan's and Ygritte's? No way. I'm going to see my daddy. Oh, really? Well, yeah, I guess that's great. Okay. Hey, Frigg. Hi, Anders. So glad you're joining me and Freddy on our trip. Where exactly are we going? We're going to meet my parents. Oh, this boat! That's the boat that Jan is building. I just figured that out. We're going to meet my parents. Oh, wow, you found them? Yes, thanks to your help, Frigg. I'm glad I could help. Are you excited to see your parents too, Frigg? Wait, my parents? Yes, silly. Don't you miss your mum and dad? Yes, of course I do. I've never been this far away from them before, or for this long. Don't worry, Frigg, that's why we're all going. Both know how you feel. I've always missed my parents. I would usually dream of them while I was out fishing. My daddy used to take me fishing all the time. He would let me help to catch the biggest fish for dinner. I really miss those days. Oh. Well, I've never fished with my dad, but we played chess together? I like it. It feels like our special thing, you know? Sure, Frigg. It sounds nice. I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that when you arrive. We can all tell them how much we miss them. They're gonna be so happy to see us. Oh, God. At least this is in our dreams. It's not actually an adventure we're going on with these two. Whoa. That beer is seriously giving me some insane dreams. That one made my head hurt. Maybe they put something special here in the beer. Or the water. It looks freezing outside. Guess this is what they meant by a cold blast. So happy I brought these merino yarn leggings. Too bad our jacket looks a bit thin for the cold weather. Oh? I don't remember those bottles being here. Maybe it's some sort of island tradition? What are these? Sue, George and the bikers? When Anders died. And it looks like Anders is talking there from the picture there. When Anders died? Let's see this one. The big letter, 2 out of 15? Wow. Anders lived up in the woods in the trailer that his parents had left his sister Beth and him. Oh, so that's his sister, okay. Each day he would walk through the woods to the Hermit bar when they opened around 12 noon. He would stay until the bar closed, and before going back home, he would buy himself some more beers for the walk. Sometimes if he felt the night was still young and when the bar closed, he would walk to Jan's trailer no matter how late at night it was. And he would call Jan. Jan, come out and have a beer with me. Often this would wake up Jan's wife Ingrid, but she would then wake up Jan. Jan, Anders is here. Go have a beer with him. Jan would then step out of bed and bring his own beers outside the trailer. Anders only drank Budweiser and Jan would prefer Tuborg. They would drink a few beers and look at the night, until Jan would be too tired and go back to bed. Jan never minded getting up in the middle of the night to drink beers with Anders. Guests were always welcome. One day, when Anders was walking home from Jan's, being a bit more drunk than usual, he passed out next to the road. This had happened before. Normally, he would wake up with either the sun and would wake up, either the sun made the sleep too warm, or the alcohol would leave his blood and he would start to feel the cold in winter. He would get up, then he would continue his walk home, getting ready for the next day. This time, when the sun came up and Anders did not wake up, he continued to lay next to the road, not moving at all. A few cars passed by and they didn't pay any attention as they had seen Anders sleeping next to the road before. But when the sheriff drove past Anders for the second time that day, he got suspicious and stepped out of the car to check if Anders may needed a ride home, or to the bar. I definitely don't think he needed a ride to the bar, but okay. However, no matter how hard the sheriff tried, he could not wake up Anders, and he also could not find a pulse. So with sadness, the sheriff realized that Anders was not sleeping this time. He picked Anders up and put him in the back seat of the car. The drive to the morgue was quite long and it was starting to get dark. It was not the first time the sheriff drove one of his citizens like this to the morgue. They were all good people here, but tough lives and the heavy use of alcohol often made them leave the woods this way. The sheriff was in his own thoughts when he heard a noise from the back seat. "Where the fuck am I?" said Anders with a rusty thin voice. Then he sat up. The sheriff had been sure Anders had left this world and was quite surprised, but he turned the car around, offered Anders a beer from the glove compartment and drove Anders home, relieved that Anders was in fact still alive. Years later, the sheriff passed by the same spot next to the road. Anders was again lying there sleeping. The sheriff paid no attention even after the second time he passed by, remembering the time Anders suddenly woke up in his car, but when he saw the body still lying there the day after, the sheriff stopped and stepped out. Anders was cold. There was no pulse and the sheriff could not wake him up. He was still suspicious, so he called the doctor to come visit. The doctor arrived and the sheriff asked him to check if Anders was dead before he could embark on the long drive up to the morgue. The doctor checked Anders and there was no doubt Anders was dead. The two men lifted Anders into the back seat of the car and the sheriff started the car and drove towards the morgue. When it was almost there, a noise from the back seat broke through the music on the radio and Anders sat up. "Where the fuck am I?" The sheriff was shocked and almost lost control of the car before he came to his senses and offered Anders a beer, apologized, and drove him home. Yeah, well, that's all he needed, another beer. Anders and his sister Beth were sitting at the Hermit bar. It was a quiet day. The summer heat had caused the other customers to stay home, so it was only the two of them there. The bartender had gone home and left them the key. Maybe it was the beers, maybe it was the heat. But Anders fell from his chair and lay silently on the floor. Beth stepped down to help him, but Anders did not wake up. Beth knew her brother very well, and she was in no doubt her dear brother was dead. Beth was a bit worried, as she had paid for all the beers that morning. Anders would always pay her back, and he was the only person she would lend money for beer. She trusted him. He needed the money back. She was always low on money. Life is hard sometimes. What? Beth looked around the bar. All was still silent and no one was around. She reached for the pocket in Anders' vest, but there were no coins, only his checkbook. She took it, went around the bar counter to find a pen and looked over the bar once just to be sure Anders was still dead. As some shitty sister, what the hell? Going through his things, anyways. She then wrote a check for Anders to herself, just enough to cover a few months' rent and a nice funeral for her brother. Oh, nice. She then checked one extra time that Anders was still dead and left the Hermit bar to get Jan and the sheriff. All three of them drove Anders to the morgue. There was silence in the car all the way there. Not even Anders was talking. Beth made sure to tell Jan and the sheriff that her brother had even left her some money in case he should pass away, always looking after his dear sister. Everyone knew that losing Anders was tough on Beth. The siblings had always been close. Damn, what the hell is this story? Is this what's going to happen? Is this an alternative tale to where we are at? Let's check this one. Sue, George, and the bikers. Sue is the drunken one that smashed the bottle on her head. It was before George went to prison, when Sue and him were still young. They were each other's best friends and siblings too. The two of them would spend most days hanging together at the Hermit bar. They did not have much else to do other than drink and play cards with the rest of the people there. Sue and George looked tough and would sometimes get themselves into trouble, not because they wanted to, but because getting by in life meant sometimes doing things that would result in local police attention. In general, they were good people, helpful to their friends, and George was even a bit of a romantic. If they were ever fighting, it would only be with each other. When really drunk, and mostly because of playing darts. In those situations, their friends would stay away and leave them to it, because both were strong and fearless when fighting, and no one wanted to get caught in their crossfire. One day, a group of bikers arrived at the Hermit bar. The bikers made a lot of noise when parking. You could hear they were drunk, and people at the bar instantly got the feeling that the bikers weren't there to make any friends. The mood at the bar immediately shifted when the bikers entered. Everyone tried to make themselves look invisible. No one was in doubt that the bikers were there looking for a good fight, and no one at the Hermit bar thought fighting the bikers would be particularly fun. Sue and George did not take much notice of the bikers. They continued their card game, which clearly provoked them. One of the bikers tipped over one of the guests' beers, and so it smashed against the wooden floor with a loud crash and splash. Sue and George stood up from their table and all the bikers started walking towards them, of course with the boss in front. The guests at the bar started to liven up a bit, excited to see what Sue and George would now do. The biker boss picked up a bottle and tossed it from hand to hand, inviting Sue and George to take the next step. "Be careful," George said. "I think he might well hit you with that bottle, Sue." Sue quickly also grabbed the bottle from the bar, looked at George and said, "I wonder if that would hurt." And then, without blinking, Sue smashed the bottle against her own head, shattering it, whiskey running down her face, smiling. Nope, didn't feel a thing. So she did that a couple times already, apparently. The biker boss silently put his bottle back on the table, and one by one, the bikers all sheepishly left the Hermit bar. Damn! Okay, but Jesus, what the hell are these stories? Whoa. Someone wrote some kind of story about what happened the other night? Weird, but kind of cool? I wonder if we're supposed to see the whole story come about. I don't know, it seems a bit odd that Anders is dead. And, I mean, Sue and George, that's quite alright. It could be another time, you know, but... Anyways. Whoa! Y'all look so different. Oh yeah, there's snow everywhere. Oh, this is covered up as well, so it doesn't ruin the lovely picture. But, yeah, I don't really see the meaning on those stories. Are they just... Is it just rumors someone sent to me, or is this the future? Someone predicting it and sending me a message in bottles? Right, we're going to the workshop. Oh, never mind. Morning there, Frigg. Getting some of that cold fresh air in ya? Hi, yeah, wow, fresh is one way of putting it. Ha, well, you'll get used to it soon enough. Actually, it's good I bumped into you. Jan's out running an errand right now, so why don't you keep me company? It's my morning off and I want a nice thick coffee at the Hermit. Oh well, that sounds lovely, sure. Alright, let's go for a nice cup of joe, shall we? Can't start the morning any better. Honey, let's get you out of this cold. Sure. Morning, Bobby. 2 of your strongest coffees, please. I just noticed there's a huge fish heads up on the bar on that glass jar. Already on the stove, hun? Okay. You got the coffee. I'm just having a pause to look at the decorations around that. Those curtains on the left, they look rather unkept. Apart from that, there's a whole lot of fishing theme going on. That's who. I wonder who's that on the picture. Right next to the map, right, like here. Anywho, get that coffee in, shall we? You two managed to keep warm then? Standing on that pier all day with that wind howling. Pff, this cold is like a tickle. Ha! We ain't all born of the sea like you are, Ingrid. What about you, Frigg? I won't lie, it's gonna take some getting used to. But wow, the snow sure is pretty though, right? Haha, I'll hold you to that, hun. Has anyone seen Yepe? Beth, are you okay? Where's your coat? You're shaking, hun. You must be freezing. You don't understand. He didn't come home last night. Okay, take a deep breath. Bobby can bring you some... Bobby, can you bring Beth some coffee? Frigg, come on. Me and you will go out and take a look. No man should be sitting out in this weather. I'm coming too. Beth, hun, you're catching a cold. I ain't sitting still. He's in trouble, I know it. Okay, I get you, hun. I'll stay here to let the others know, and just in case he shows up. Thanks. Oh, Yepe. Okay, we gotta find him. I can't lose him. Come on, then let's get moving. The quicker the better. Damn, So yeah, he stayed in the bar last night to have a drink, and guess he didn't come home. What's going on? Yepe's boat is still in the dock and I can't find the tractor? Yepe is missing. Didn't show up at Beth's last night after drinking. This doesn't sound good. Okay, let's get looking. Wait! Jan, where's Freddy? Don't you worry, she's out in the snow with Sue. She's safe, I promise. Okay, good. Thanks. God. Okay, let's go. Let's spread out and look. Where do I go? Just somewhere around here, maybe? No, he's not here, guys. There are some car tracks here. This looks like, car tracks? That'll be the tractor, alright. Well, where is it gone to? This is where we usually park the tractor, so the tracks must be leading in the other direction. Well, let's just follow them then. Take a right here. Oh, that's the track. Oh no. Is he okay? He looks a bit bluish. Is he? He's not. Ugh. This ain't right. The poor drunken fool. Yepe? Yepe, wake up, Yepe! Yepe! I'm sorry, Beth. I'm so sorry, my sweet. Maybe the Martin boy could... No. No, there's no need. Nothing a doctor can do now. Bless his soul, but there ain't nothing any of us can do for him. At least he was peaceful. Must have gone in his drunken sleep. No! No, come on! Must be something we can do, right? He can't be. He's not dead. I saw him just last night. No, Ingrid's right. The goddamn fool. My Yepe. My poor Yepe. I'm sorry, Beth, I really am. I can't imagine how upsetting this is. We've all known Yepe for so many years and my heart is breaking. Come on, let's go get Freddy. No good will come from staring. Not fair. I know, my love. I know. Let me walk you away from here. Mm-hmm. We'll help here and come by after. Thank you both. We'll see you after. I'm real sorry to ask this of you, Frigg, but to live out on these harsh rocks on the sea, it's a tough life. And right now, in this moment, we gotta focus on doing what's right. Can't believe this is happening. We take it one step at a time. There are a lot of emotions going on right now, but for now we just focus on the practical. We'll do this together. I don't understand? Just gonna focus on what we need to do first, which is helping move the body. See that sled over there? Let's carrying him onto that so he's easier to move. I know it's a lot, but you think you can manage it? Okay, yeah, I think so. I mean, of course, yes. Whatever I can do. Damn! Gee, take it easy, Frigg. Let's just close his eyes now. Oh, God. Good, now let's pick him up. Make sure to get a firm grip under his heads. Okay. Both ends. 1, 2, 3, up! Got him? Okay, good. Well, let's move him, I guess, yeah. No, just keep holding him like that as you walk forward towards me, yeah. Oh god, please don't come alive. Like Anders. Maybe he's just asleep, like who knows. Maybe we should get a doctor. Like, why wouldn't he get a doctor? Are you doing great? Just a little further. Maybe we can just put him by the fireplace and he comes back. He thaws out or something. Comes back alive. Damn, it's only our second day here. Jeez. Oh, he's got the flowers on him already preparing him for a Viking funeral or something. I don't know if they did that in Viking funerals, but... Frigg! Frigg, you okay? We can put him down now. Oh, thank God, okay. That's it. Thank you, Frigg. I know it wasn't easy for either of us. I'll handle it from here. I'll push Yepe to Clara. Then I'll go talk to Beth. Poor girls, both of them. And if they hadn't been through enough. I feel so helpless. They're strong. They'll get through this. We all will. We always do. I wish I could do more. You've done so much, Frigg. Best thing is to go home and rest. We'll talk soon. I promise. Okay, I will. Thanks, Jan. I'll see you soon, and I hope Beth will be okay. Jesus. Holy moly. Another day in hell, okay? Damn. I mean, it's the alcohol. Why would you drink and drive, you know, man? Even if you're close. Even if you're close. Even if it's the tractor. You never know, man. Oh, who's this? The hell? Is this your place? Have I got the wrong house? Hi there, Frigg.
Jeg vil fortælle historien om dengang jeg fandt en mand, som var frosset ihjel. Det er mange år siden. Jeg var ung tømrer og havde taget arbejde op i en lille by langt nord herfra. Og jeg kan tydeligt huske, det var en mandag morgen, hvor min makker Yepe og jeg vi mødtes som sædvanligt og tog vores lille ladbil ud til værkstedet, som var den sidste bygning ud mod ødemarken. Og vi gjorde det sædvanlige. Om mandagen der ryddede vi altid op på værkstederne og kørte affaldet over på dumpen, som jo egentlig bare er en losseplads, hvor man graver et stort hul i jorden og smider alle affald ned og dækker det til igen. På vejen hjem er det så småt begyndt at blive lyst. Og da vi kører over broen på smeltevandshælden, så opdager Yepe, som jo var langsynet, at der var en bil, der var en lille bil, der var kørt ned af børnenes kælkebakke, og der lå en mand på jorden udenfor, eller i isen. Og vi skynder os at køre derhen og løber op ad bakken. Vi tror, at ulykken lige er sket. Og så vender vi manden om, og så får vi et chok, fordi at hans øjne de er sådan krakeleret lidt som knust glas. Han har to sådan røde hugtænder ud af munden, fordi han har slået munden, og det er blødt. Det er så frosset, fordi det var meget koldt den nat. Det frøs 38 grader. Og samtidig var hans skjorte stod sådan åben. Han var rigtig dårligt klædt på. Og så vi rev noget af hans maveskin af, da vi vendte ham om. Det var simpelthen frosset fast i isen. Vi var meget chokeret og forskrækket, og Yepe sagde, at han er færdig, ham der, han er død. Vi skyndte os at ringe efter en lægeambulance, og derefter satte vi os ind i kaffestuen i vores håndværkerbarak, som vi lå lige ved siden af, for lige at sunde os lidt. Ambulancen kom ret hurtigt efter, og lægen undersøgte manden, og de kørte væk med ham. Og lægen kommer så ind til os i kaffestuen og skiller os ud, fordi vi ikke havde prøvet at yde førstehjælp til ham, og vi skulle med det samme undersøgt, om han var lændestiv, fordi så kunne det være, at man kunne redde ham. Det anede vi ikke noget om, og vi blev kede af, at vi måske havde svigtet en, som kunne reddes. Senere der ringede lægen dog så efter nogle timer til os og undskyldte. De havde undersøgt ham og undersøgt sagen, og det viser sig, at det var en person, som det var den sidste aften, han skulle være i byen, så ville han rejse derfra, han ville holde. Og han har derfor været sammen med sine venner om aftenen før og drukket temmelig meget alkohol. Alligevel var han kørt hjem i sin lille bil og kører op på sådan et plateau, hvor der er parkeringsplads. Man kommer til at køre for langt frem i sin brænder der og rusher ned af børnenes kælkebakke, og bilen sætter sig fast. Og så går han ud af bilen og falder. Og på grund af den stærke kulde, dårlig påklædning og hans dårlige kondition og hans meget høje alkoholprocent, så sagde lægen, der ville gået 5-10 minutter, så ville han være bevidstløs, og kort efter ville han dø. Så vi kunne ikke have gjort noget under alle omstændigheder. Det er en historie, jeg engang imellem tænker på, også selvom man sidder her i dag en sommerdag, og så tænker på, at dengang der var det altså 40 grader koldere end det, jeg sidder i nu. Så Ja,
Jeez, Louise, what the hell? That's exactly what happened to Yepe. I mean, it was the story of Yepe, as this is based on that story, but fucking hell. See, again, the alcohol, like... And you think you're, like, close to home, just 500 meters in the car, but still... Fuck. And he passed out. And that's what killed him. Jesus Christ. Wait. Where did he... It's been a long day. I need to lie down, I'm feeling dizzy. Yeah, me too, a bit lightheaded after that story. Jeez. Christ. Oh, here we go on the boat again. There's no one here now. Hello? Is anyone there? Mom? Dad? Really wish I could hear from you right now. Oh. Not connected. Well, yes, I am on a boat, but just wanted to hear from someone. Hey! How many bottles? They look like they have letters inside? Like the ones showing up in my house? Are these letters for me? Act 2. Okay, well, I think something weird is going on. These dreams are messing with me. Oh shit. I just remembered about Yepe. Could really do with talking to someone. Oh, what's this? Our phone? TikTok. Oh god. Snap cats. Let's get that shit off. Spaghetti. Spit kiss? What the fuck is that? Spotify. Carpenter. Messengers. Instagram. MeTube. Facebook. Not network. I can't even check Instagram. Yeah. This is hard. Because that's how you get rid of, how you feel better, just going on Instagram. Oh, Instagram, in this case. Nope. Come on, you. We didn't come here to mope. It's true that yesterday was tough. Positive energy, happy thoughts, and speaking with someone, I think that will help. Another bottle message? Should I read it? The Frozen Man. We called him a tall whiskey a day. He worked at the weather station. We did this because he was a good man with a lot of humor who could drink a whole bottle of whiskey a day and still do a good job at the weather station. Christ, who the hell can drink a whole... Jesus, your kidneys, man. Poor things. I was in Greenland back then, in the early 80s, working as a carpenter. This story takes place on a particular day where the tall whiskey was supposed to be traveling back to home, to Denmark. Martin and I had been cleaning after a painting job and we were driving the trash to Dumpen, the junkyard. It was basically just a big hole filled with trash. They would set it on fire or simply cover it with dirt. It was early morning, still nights, and about 30 below zero. We were driving back towards the barracks. It was the last barracks before the ice escape. The thin winter daylight was starting to break through the night. We had been back and forth to Dumpen a couple of times this morning. It was first now. With the grey morning lights, that we could see a car with an open door at the bottom of the children's skiing slope. The slope stretched from the top where Tall Whiskey lived and down to the bottom where the Americans had their barracks. It was Martin who saw the car first. Someone's had a car accident down the ski slope, he said, and then we hurried to help. When we arrived at the car, the door to the driver's seat was open, a glove was lying on the floor, and we could see a man lying on his stomach a few meters up the ski slope. The slope was all hardened and slippery from the kids playing. He had tried walking up the slope even though the American barracks was only about 100 meters from his car. He walked towards the man lying in the frozen snow. He was wearing jeans, thin shoes, a nylon jacket and a shirt. Nylon freezes to the skin when it's something like minus 30. He was not dressed as a person who lived in Greenland, but as someone who would dress on a spring day in Denmark. I put a hand on his shoulder to turn him around. He was stuck at first, but with a firm pull I got him turned around, or most of him. His shirt had been open and his chest skin was frozen to the skiing slope. His eyes were frozen and his mouth was open. Where his front teeth would normally have been, there were instead 2 icicles of blood. He looked a bit like Dracula. You could smell the alcohol on him, even through the cold frozen air. Martin and I called the Baltic Sea Baba? He was the doctor. His first reaction was that we should have tried first aid, checked if there was a pulse or if his hips could move. I told the Baltic Sea barber, that the man was deep frozen and dead for sure. Also, I did not really want to check one more time as the man looked quite terrifying. It was on the day where a tall whiskey a day was supposed to leave and go home to his wife in Denmark. Instead, Martin and I would spend the afternoon building him a box for his last journey. It would take a couple of months before he would be back in Denmark, as that people travel by boat and not plane. Oh really? I didn't know that. Okay, that's interesting. It was still winter and a couple of months before the first ship from Copenhagen would arrive. It was a different life there. We have all done stupid things drunk, biking home or similar, but accidents like this can take such a quick turn for the worst when it's 30 below zero outside. Had it happened back home in Denmark, you would just have left the car and walked the last 500 meters home. God damn, this is a terrible story. I think these messages in the bottles are the message from actual people, the stories from actual people, and then the game just kind of like takes them and places them in this story context, in this world that they created. Damn, this is hard, man. This is very intense and deep. I should head to Jan's workshop. Doing some woodwork will calm my brain. Yeah, maybe, potentially. Let's go. Like, jeez, I can't even imagine, like, I don't even know what to say. Something like that would mark you for life, that's for sure. The way he was saying, like, his eyes were cracked like broken glass, that imagery will never come out of his head. That boat is looking so cool. It looks rather fixed now. Got a hull at least. It also kinda looks familiar. Yeah, that's the boat from our dreams. Oh no, it's this... The amount of crap that man has in that workshop. It's nothing but a shite shrine of shit. But didn't he agree to help take a look at our scooter? Well, of course he fucking did. No one says no to me. That's true, Leroy. Tell you what though. The sounds his machines were making didn't half make me think of the goat. Well, talking about the goat, if it isn't my petal... Well, hello, or whatever. Why are you calling me a goat? Arr, oh petal, not you. I never confuse a lady. The goat is another special friend of mine, lives on a nearby island. See, we call her the goat, cause when we get down to the dirt, to the down and dirty, she squeals. And I'm not talking any regular old pissy squeal, I'm talking a loud, breathless shriek. It's loud like a goat worthy of its name could muster. Oh boy! Har har har! Fucking disgusting, this guy. Jesus. He's so goddamn gross, yeah, exactly. Why did I let him get away with saying that? Should have said something. Ugh. Could just ignore him. That's what you gotta do, just ignore these kind of people. Hi, Jan. Morning, Frigg. How you feeling? If I'm being honest, sad. Yeah, me too. Whole island's heard the news but now. Everyone's heartbroken. I've never seen a dead person before. I've seen too many. It doesn't get any easier. But I really appreciate you helping the way you did. Actually, I was hoping you could help me with another job. Oh yes, please! Working in the distraction is the distraction I need right now. Well, that's great, but what it is... Beth was asking for some help over at her place. And you see, I'm a little tied up right now, but I think it's good if we can help her. Would you mind going over there and seeing what she needs? Oh, I was kind of hoping to work on something more like that cool boat. Sure. It's just that this is more urgent. But I promise it's worthwhile. Yes. Of course, sorry. I should have said yes straight away. Beth needs our help. No idea how I'm supposed to talk to her after what just happened though. Thanks, Frigg. That's great. No problem. You can count on me. Alright, let's go check up on Beth, shall we? Oh, sorry. One last quick thing. I met a guy last night in my house. Okay. An old guy with a white beard. He was wearing a checkered shirt. He was in the house and he told me this story. The story was like what happened to Yepe, but different. Frigg, I'm sorry, but I know everyone on this island, and there's no one I would know who fits that description. Unless you're talking about me? You sure you're feeling okay? Oh yeah, maybe it was a dream. Never mind. Okay, I'm going now. See you later. Wow, that was embarrassing. Am I going crazy? I definitely met that man in my house. Looks like those creeps are gone. Thank God. Anyway, for now I should go help Beth. Where does she live? Oh, on another island. Okay. Maybe that man in the checkers... It was a ghost or something? Could be. The ghost of Christmas past just came with a cautionary tale. Empty bottles, bring them to the brewery. Well, it was a valiant effort there, my wooden sign chum. There's bottles all over it. Oh god, that grave with the flowers. That's him, isn't it? That must be for Yepe. Bye, Yepe. Nice moment of silence there. There's a bunch of other crosses as well. These seems like the local cemetery. Beth's place and Freddy's. There's something crossed off. Is that Yepe's name? Can't really. Oh. Oh, there we go. Instantly teleported us around. Nice. Oh, this sinister music. Damn. Can't really join along the song with that beat. Talk to her. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you stop. That sounded really beautiful, Beth. Thank you, sweetie. Nice to see a kind face. Did Jan send you? He did. How are you doing? Well, I've been better, as you can imagine. I can't even begin to. It's hard, Frigg. I miss him already. And I worry for my Freddy. Having to say bye to another man in her life. But I swear, no misery is gonna keep me down and keep me and my little girl down. Not then, and certainly not now. Beth, you're so strong. You think so? Well, how about I trade you that compliment for a favor instead? Oh, right, sure. How can I help? Since you asked, I'm gonna have to do more to provide with my Yepe business gone, which means being resourceful. So, as you can see, our cabin is next to some tall grass and bushes, which is the perfect place to catch some tasty squirrels, but my traps are all busted up. So I was hoping Jan, or you in this case, could fix me up a new one? A trap? For squirrels? Mom? Mom, I got my hand stuck again! Shit, not again. Coming, Freddy! Sorry, sweetie, I gotta go grab her. I'll leave you to it. There's some scrap in the wheelbarrow. Thanks, Frigg. I believe in you. Thanks, I guess? I never made the trap before. Okay, let's give it a go. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Okay, let's blueprint this out. I need to get a golf ball on top of the scales to activate the trap. Okay. And I just use these props here? So I should assemble different parts together so golf ball can reach the... Alright. Give this a go, shall we? What does this one do? Oh. Okay. What does this one do? That one doesn't really help us all that much. At least, not yet. What about this one? Kinda looks like he has some springs. Can I put a couple more of these? This is a disaster. Oh, almost. Oh god. Let's see, does that work? Come on! Hey, we got one in there. Two. Is that done? Could that be? Oh, wow. Look, Mum, Frigg made a... What is it, Mum? Don't be rude, sweetie. It's a squirrel trap. It is a squirrel trap, right? Of course! It should work with no problem. At least I hope it does. Ha! I hope so for our sake. But no, it looks fine. Was really good of you to come over. Let me take you to the Hermit for a drink. Mr. Boo is giving a wake for Yepe. Would be wrong of me to miss it. Can I come? I don't want to school today. I want to say bye to Yepe too. Sweetie, you know there ain't nothing more important than you getting that learning. Aww. Can I at least go say hi to Anders first? Okay, but we all better get a move on then. I'm getting a taste for that Nolan beer, so sounds like a plan to me. Here we go again with the beer. It's a bit ironic we're going to the bar or having a few drinks when Yepe died because of the drink. But anyways, maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Okay, Mom, I'm gonna go draw parents with Anders. Sure, just don't be late for Sue, are you here? I won't. She seems like a nice kid, though. Oh, there's a nice painting there. Oh, well, would you look at that? Oh, what a lovely painting. That'll be Ingrid's. She has a way of expressing a moment, bless her. Oh. Oh, Yepe. We should do something. Let's have a drink. A toast to Yepe. That sounds really nice, Beth. But we don't have anything to drink? Oh, but you see, that's where you're wrong. Sue hides beer around town so she never gets thirsty. Poor sod thinks no one knows. Oh god, what the hell? Looks like everyone has a drinking problem in this town. That's so sneaky. Well then. To Yepe. To Yepe. Salute! Not sure what you say in Norway, but... Is this Norwegian, what the man was talking before? Is that Norwegian? Does anyone know? Okay. Phew. Let's keep going. More drinks to be had, and I'm sure a lot more crying to follow. Yeah. Man, oh man. What a way to go. Frozen to death. Jesus. Everyone sings so well in there. Thank you, everyone. I call that song Joy to Yepe. That was lovely, Anne. Bravo. Feels like I got the sea in my eyes now. Thanks, Mr. Boo. Yepe. Yepe really loved to listen to others sing. Are we in time to say hi to Yepe? Freddy, what are you doing here? Anders, what the hell? You're supposed to be with Sue? Sue wasn't there, Mom. Honest. It's true, Beth. I figured Yepe would be happy to see Freddy before his trip. Isn't that okay? God damn it, Anders. No, it's not okay. Hey, I didn't miss it then. A pint, please, Bobby, my darling. You've got some nerve, Sue. You what? Freddy was supposed to be at school with you today. She's your only student. How could you forget? Hey! Hey now! I don't cancel on my plans. I just simply move things back a bit. I'm gonna take a quick drink to sign off my dear friend Yepe, and then I'm ready to go. Yes, that seems like the responsible thing to do. Have a drink and then go educate children. Sue, not today. Just not fucking today, okay? I guess my drink can wait then. Come on, Freddy, let's go learn some shit. Oh, but I wanna stay. No, the world of education awaits us. Apparently. I think I need some fresh air. Damn. I don't know, me too. Do we follow her? Do we stay here? Jesus, there's loud thunder just outside my room. Do I go outside? We talk here? What would you do?